Hey Geeks, Mod Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Season 3, Episode 21, Requiem for Methuselah. I'm not sure how I feel about this episode. I really like it, but when you start digging into some of the little details, it kind of starts to fall apart. It's one of those, if you just kind of shut your mind off and watch it, it's pretty enjoyable. The Enterprise somehow gets infected with a disease, and the only cure is on a planet, and so Kirk and Spock go to this planet and meet an individual, which that alone, right there, like, the Enterprise just magically gets this disease. It's already pretty thin. So they go to this planet, and there's a man and a woman there, and then to get to the end, the man ends up being thousands of years old, and he's been Da Vinci, he's been Alexander the Great, he's been all of these characters, Methuselah, and he's just looking for love, and so he created an android bride, but he can't get her to have feelings, so he ends up tricking Kirk to be there and making them fall in love, hoping that he can then just get rid of Kirk and her love will go to him. So like I said, this episode's really thin. But it's kind of interesting. I feel like it's actually played out really well. It's also kind of interesting to note that, so at the end, Kirk is just destroyed because as an android, she can't handle this many emotions, and she ends up like just shutting down. And so Kirk is just heartbroken. And it's like not too long ago we saw him on a planet for months, and he had a wife and a child on the way, but he just like bounced right back, whereas in this episode he's just shattered. And then Spock comes in a moment of emotional compassion, does a mind meld and wipes it away. He tells him to forget, which that's pretty kind of interesting because the last word is him saying forget to Kirk. And we see echoes of that later on, especially when we get to the Wrath of Khan, and he tells McCoy to remember. So that's a little bit of a stretch, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. It's kind of also interesting in Voyager, Janeway has like this little throwaway line when she's on the holodeck with Da Vinci that there's rumors that Kirk had met Da Vinci. And that's this episode that we see. Although we don't know if Spock wiped her memory, the memory of her out, or this entire episode. So, and then in this episode, after we realize who this guy is, Kirk says that it'll be a secret, which since Janeway read those files, clearly he didn't keep it a secret. So this whole episode is just really weird. The one part that I really enjoyed that I probably shouldn't have enjoyed that much was they're monitoring Kirk and Spock talk, and basically it's a flat screen TV. It's pretty great. Like, it's just sitting in the middle of the room too. It made me laugh because, I mean, they've always said that Star Trek has predicted the future with like flip phones, and now we see flat screen TV. So it's pretty great. So like I said, I'm kind of on the fence about this one. Like, it had some really good parts, but it also was super thin. If you guys have seen it, go ahead and let me know in the comments. We've seen other episodes where characters are supposed to be from long ago, and they're basically immortal, and they just keep coming back over and over again. Do you guys like these plot devices, or do you think they're pretty thin as well? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the Savage Curtain.